Okay, welcome back. We are now looking at Google Plus in terms of driving traffic to your website. Google Plus is not necessarily as heavily trafficked as Facebook in terms of a social network, but it is very important in your overall marketing mix, and you are going to want to make sure that you're participating at least on a minimal level. Let's take a look at some of the things that you should be participating in, because I think you might be surprised at the numbers of people that are involved in certain areas, especially when it comes to internet marketing. Now, in particular, one of the things that we want to look at first before we start talking about the basics of posting and things like that are communities. And when you click on the Communities tab, it won't take you long to realize that there are a lot of communities, and there are a lot of people involved in these communities. And the numbers rival some of the numbers that you may see in Facebook. In particular, you'll see some of these numbers at 12,000, 65,000, 50,000. All of these are internet related or internet marketing related communities, and people are participating. Now, whether or not people are participating at the level at which they participate on Facebook, that will be debated, and every group is going to be different. But this is definitely going to be a way for you to connect with the kind of people that are wanting to buy internet marketing products. And if internet marketing is not your niche, all you're really going to do within the communities is you're going to start looking for communities that are dedicated in topic to your niche or your area. Let's say that you are looking at low carb dieting. That's one of the things that we've talked about in this course. Well, there are communities that are involved in low-carb dieting. Now, you'll need to do just as you would do with the Facebook groups. You'll want to find out what the rules are. You want to find out how people operate. You don't want to go inside of these communities and just start posting your link. You need to be a participating member, and you need to build credibility so that people will come back and check out your profile. The very same effect in Google Plus really applies here as it does in any social network. Jab, 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 right hook. Post to people's interests for the first 3 or 4 posts, and then post something that's going to be of interest to yourself. Now, what you are trying to do in Google Plus are a couple of things. Of course, not just interacting within the community. Let's go back to your profile here. Now, as you would do with any social network, you want to make sure that your profile is completely filled out. Now, this is one that we're just using for the sake of the tutorial and is not fully filled out, but you've got a lot of things that you can customize. You can customize the area where your profile photo is. You can customize your header, and you want to do that. And you want to do that in the same ways you would do with Facebook. You want to make sure you've got call to action and things that are going to make it attractive. You want to make sure that you're utilizing the area for photos that will give people an indication and allow them to connect with you at the personal level, so they'll know that your business is a real business. You are a real person. You are someone that they should be worthy of connecting to. You want to make sure your YouTube videos are connected to your Google Plus channel. So one of the first things you're going to need to do inside of Google Plus is to go in and do your work. You want to make sure that your profile is filled out and that all your services are connected. The other thing is let's take a look at the About section here. And you've got a lot of room in order to do things to customize this for your benefit. You've got a tagline, an introduction, things that you can put in here, education, occupation, all of these things that you want to start thinking about in terms of how they will help you to connect with other people that are going to be interested in buying your products and services. Ultimately, you're using these profiles, or you are working with these profiles so that you can build your professional status, so that you can build your opportunities to generate more traffic back to your site. And of course, the key here is going to be you want to make sure that all of your links are going to be pointing to the website where your offers are. Now, that's one of the benefits of working with some offers at the very least, where you are going to basically be using one domain, even though you might have many offers, especially to get started with. Now, of course, you will be able to move out to multiple domains, but you want to have only a few links. You want to have one link where people can go back to in order to find out what it is that you are about. And you can do that by making sure that your links here are are in the right order and that you have the few there that you want people to actually visit. So filling out your profile is going to be one thing that's going to be very important. Of course, like any other social network, you're going to want to be posting to your actual news stream. Now, one of the benefits of being part of Google Plus in terms of getting traffic back to your website is going to be, and we're going to be going over this in a separate video, is your ability to use Google Hangouts. And Google Hangouts allows you to do a live event and to have that event streaming on YouTube. And it is integrated into Google Plus at many different levels. And so this is one of the reasons why you want to make sure that you are connected, that you have all of your accounts ready on Google Plus, because everything that you do in terms of Hangouts and videos will get additional traction by your being connected on Google Plus. Now, there is another aspect to Google Plus, and we said we weren't going to talk much about SEO, but this is a very important aspect of SEO. I'm going to go to a search result in order to show you that. Now, if I just type in the phrase low-carb diet into Google search, you're going to see a couple of things here. Of course, you're going to see a video show up and it's got the thumbnail here. But one of the other important things is that if you look here, here's an article written in January of 2014. And if you'll look there, you'll see the person's image there. And it makes her content stand out. And it almost draws your eyes there. Sure, she is 10th on the very first page of Google. However, she also is one of only 2 people that have a thumbnail there, which Google gives that person in order to signify that they are an authority on a subject. And so you want to be able to do that with your posts. You want them to show up in organic search, and you want them to show up with that additional attention grabbing profile when Google gives it to you. And the way that you do that, of course, is to set up authorship. And you can't set up authorship without Google Plus. Now, authorship is a process where Google verifies your accounts, and they verify that you are the person producing the content that you are posting to this Google Plus page. You'll want to go to your search engine and type in Google Plus authorship and then follow the link to Google Plus authorship. And basically what you want to do is to make sure your Google Plus profile is linked to the content you create. You want to make sure your profile is linked to your blog and to your YouTube channel so that you have that opportunity to make sure that your post or your content is seen as an additional, seen along with the additional boost in authority by putting the image there as you see here on your screen. So really, Google Plus may not necessarily be as heavily trafficked as some of the other social networks, but it is important in your overall marketing scheme when you start thinking about whether or not you're going to be using YouTube videos, how much you're going to be using articles. Regardless, you definitely want to have authorship in all of them because it gives you the opportunity to rank your content in search. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in the next video.